Waking up to a peaceful, quiet morning cup of coffee is a beautiful, relaxing adult dream. But opening your mobile phone and seeing exactly 412 unread messages in the Family Updates group chat is an absolute psychological nightmare.
400 messages before breakfast? Oh, wow, Sam. Let me guess. Your Aunt Gertrude is completely awake and sending 50 blurry pictures of her angry cats again? Welcome to a very loud, highly crowded episode of the English Unscripted podcast, everyone. I am Leda.
And I am Sam, the man who completely muted his own family on the internet. Today, guys, we are diving deep into the crazy world of family dynamics, the absolute terror of massive family dinners, and why your older relatives are actually the most dangerous detectives on the planet.
They are absolutely better than the real police, Sam. We have 3 very loud chapters for you today, guys. First, we are talking about the complete chaos of the family group chat. Then we will explore the extreme danger of cooking holiday food for angry cousins. And finally, we will talk about why your older siblings still treat you exactly like a tiny, confused baby.
3 chapters of pure family therapy. But wait, Leda, before I tell you exactly what my Aunt Gertrude asked me in front of 50 cousins today, we have a very special musical mission for our language learners.
Oh, absolutely. What is the big musical strategy for our listeners this time, Sam? We need them to sing along.
Listeners, if you want to completely master this beautiful language and sound incredibly fluent, you absolutely cannot just listen to this audio once. You have to treat this podcast exactly like your absolute favorite catchy pop song.
A catchy pop song. I completely love dancing to pop music in my kitchen, Sam. How do we actually listen to our English vocabulary like a song?
Well, the very first time you listen, you're just enjoying the fun rhythm. You listen to the crazy family story, you laugh at Aunt Gertrude, and you just feel the music. But the second time, you read the lyrics and sing along. You pause the audio, you repeat the heavy words out loud, and you completely memorize the vocabulary chorus.
Yes, memorize the vocabulary chorus, guys. Sing it out loud. So, Sam, please tell me Aunt Gertrude did not actually find out about your terrible museum disaster.
She completely found out, Leda. My entire family knows I'm an uncultured banana now. But she didn't just send me a quiet, private message. Oh no, she wrote a massive public message in the family group chat, asking why I'm still single, why my hair looks like an alien, and exactly how much money I have in my bank account. She wants to know absolutely every single detail of my private life.
Honestly, Sam, hearing how she asks those incredibly private questions in front of 50 people, I think that is a wonderfully annoying, highly personal vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Nosy.
Yes, nosy. It's an excellent B1 adjective that describes a person who is way too interested in your private life, constantly asking incredibly personal questions that are none of their business, like a nosy aunt asking about your secret bank account in a massive family group chat.
Listeners, you definitely need to practice this completely annoying personal word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Stop asking about my money.
Nosy.
Nosy. My Aunt Gertrude is the most nosy human being on planet Earth, Leda. I honestly just wanted to throw my expensive phone directly out the window, and that actually makes me very curious about our family listeners.
Oh, we definitely need to hear their family drama. Listeners, we have our first very personal, highly nosy question for you right now. When you sit down for a big holiday dinner with all your relatives, who is the absolute most nosy person at the table? And what is the single most annoying question they always ask you? Do they ask when you're getting married or maybe why you changed your hair?
Tell us your absolute worst nosy family secrets in the comments down below. We desperately need to know I'm not the only adult hiding from my own aunt. So, Leda, do you want to know what exactly happened when I accidentally replied to Aunt Gertrude's message instead of ignoring it? I was so incredibly angry, Leda. I quickly typed a message to my younger brother. I wanted to tell him my terrible internet pain, so I aggressively typed, "Let me just block her number. She's completely driving me crazy." but my tired, uncultured banana hands pressed the exact wrong green button. I sent that message directly to the massive family group.
Oh no! You sent the angry complaining message to all 50 people? You sent it directly to the nosy aunt.
I absolutely did, Leda. All 50 cousins read it immediately. I looked at my phone screen, my face turned completely hot, and I loudly yelled, "Let me delete this right now!" But it was completely too late.
Wait a minute, guys. Listeners, I have a fantastic native secret for you right here. Did you hear how Sam just pronounced the words, "let me"? He sounded completely panicked, but also exactly like a very polite, formal English teacher asking a serious question in a quiet classroom.
Oh no, did I sound completely robotic while my entire family life was ending, Leda? I thought "let me" was the perfect, clear way to express my absolute digital panic.
It is absolutely perfect for a written grammar test, Sam, but when native speakers are talking fast, especially when we're completely panicked and desperately trying to delete a terrible internet message, we just smash the words completely together and say, "Lemmy." Lemmy.
Oh, Lemmy. Let me delete this message right now. That sounds so much faster and incredibly desperate, Leda. It completely shows my real family terror.
Exactly. Use Lemmy when you want to sound completely natural and relaxed in casual conversation, guys. Let me help you. Let me see that. So, Sam, did your Aunt Gertrude actually read your terrible message before you could delete the evidence?
She read it in exactly 2 seconds, Leda. She replied with 50 angry red face emojis and told me I am absolutely not allowed to eat her famous chocolate cake at the big holiday dinner next week. I am officially kicked out of the dessert table.
You completely lost the famous chocolate cake, Sam. But honestly, hiding from your angry aunt on the internet is just a tiny digital problem. The absolute worst, most terrifying family disaster happens when you actually invite all 50 of those nosy relatives into your own house and try to cook a massive hot dinner for them. So, guys, hide your mobile phones and put on your cooking aprons because we're running straight into Chapter 2. We're going to explore the extreme danger of cooking holiday food for angry cousins, why someone always completely hates your roasted chicken, and the terrible panic of burning the kitchen while your family watches. Let's go.
Leda, inviting 50 loud relatives into your tiny apartment is already a completely terrifying idea, but deciding to personally cook a massive, beautiful roasted chicken just to prove you are a successful adult is an absolute trap.
You actually tried to cook for Aunt Gertrude? Sam, she just banned you from her famous chocolate cake on the internet. Why did you invite her directly into your own kitchen?
Because I completely wanted to apologize and look incredibly professional, Leda. I went to the expensive supermarket, I bought a huge chicken, and I proudly told myself, I am going to cook a better dinner than her.
Wait, Sam, you wanted to cook a better dinner? The strict English grammar police are absolutely turning off your hot oven right now. Better is already a comparative word, my professional chef. You cannot ever put more in front of it. You just want to cook a much better dinner or simply a better dinner, never more better.
Oh, right. Thank you, Officer Leda. I absolutely wanted to cook a much better chicken. My stressed cooking brain completely forgot the grammar rules because my small kitchen was so incredibly hot. But Leda, my perfect grammar did not matter. The second I put the raw chicken on the table, Aunt Gertrude walked perfectly behind me. She crossed her arms and she started to loudly tell me every single thing I was doing wrong. You are cutting it wrong, Sam. You need more salt, Sam. That is the wrong pan.
Honestly, Sam, picturing your nosy aunt standing directly behind you in the hot kitchen, I think that is a wonderfully stressful vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Criticize.
Yes, criticize. It's an excellent B1 verb that means to closely look at what someone is doing and loudly point out all their mistakes and everything they are doing completely wrong, like a nosy aunt deciding to actively criticize your raw chicken before you even put it inside the hot oven.
Listeners, you definitely need to practice this completely stressful, negative word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Stop watching me cook.
Criticize. Size.
Criticize. She completely loved to criticize my salt and pepper technique, Lita. I honestly wanted to hide inside the cold refrigerator. And that actually makes me very curious about our brave listeners.
Oh, we definitely need to hear their kitchen nightmares. Listeners, we have our second very stressful cooking question for you right now. When you invite your family or friends over for a big dinner, what is the absolute worst cooking mistake you have ever made while everyone was watching? Did you accidentally drop the main dish on the kitchen floor, or maybe forget to turn the oven on entirely?
Tell us your absolute worst kitchen secrets down in the comments. We desperately need to know I am not the only adult failing at roasted chicken. So, Lita, do you want to know exactly what happened when I finally pulled the hot food out of the oven in front of 50 hungry cousins?
I'm actually terrified for your hungry guests, Sam. Please do not tell me you dropped the entire hot chicken directly on the kitchen floor and the family dog ate it.
I honestly wish the dog ate it, Lita. I proudly carried the big metal pan to the dining table. The outside of the chicken looked absolutely beautiful, perfectly brown and totally delicious. All 50 cousins were completely clapping for me. But when I took a sharp knife and cut directly into the deep middle, it was completely pink, cold, and frozen solid inside.
Oh no, frozen solid on the inside? Sam, you just cooked a beautiful hot chicken ice cream. What did Aunt Gertrude actually do?
She just looked at my raw, cold dinner, smiled a very big, evil smile, and loudly asked if I was trying to completely poison the entire family. The beautiful chicken was absolutely not safe for human beings to eat. It was dangerously raw. I had to quickly hide it and order 50 boxes of cheap cheese pizza.
Honestly, Sam, hearing how your perfect adult dinner turned into dangerous pink ice cream, I think that is a wonderfully terrible, highly descriptive vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Inedible.
Yes, inedible. It's an excellent B1 adjective that describes food that is completely raw, burnt, or tastes so incredibly bad that a human being absolutely cannot safely eat it, like cutting into a beautiful hot chicken and realizing it's completely frozen and totally inedible.
Listeners, you definitely need to practice this completely cold, raw word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Stop eating your raw chicken.
In, ed, I, bull.
Inedible. My beautiful dinner was completely inedible, Lita. I am officially never cooking for my relatives ever again.
I completely support that safe decision, Sam. You should definitely just buy the cheap pizza next time. But honestly, ruining a massive family dinner is just one tiny type of holiday pain. Because even if you cook a perfectly edible 5-star meal, your older brothers and sisters will still look at you and treat you exactly like a confused 5-year-old baby. So guys, throw away your raw chicken and grab a warm slice of pizza, because we're moving straight into Chapter 3. We're going to explore the absolute madness of sibling dynamics, why your older brother always thinks he's the king of the house, and the terrible struggle of trying to sound like a smart adult in front of your own family. Let's go.
Lita, ordering 50 boxes of cheap chicken pizza to save a frozen chicken is already incredibly embarrassing. But handing a hot slice of pizza to your older brother and watching him immediately tell the entire family about the time you got stuck inside a yellow plastic laundry basket is an absolute crime against your adult dignity.
A plastic laundry basket? Sam, you are a grown man working in a serious corporate office. Why did he suddenly bring up a funny story from when you were a tiny, confused baby?
Because older siblings absolutely love to destroy your adult confidence, Lita. I was standing there in a nice, clean shirt, holding my pizza and trying to sound incredibly professional to my cousins about my heavy financial reports, and my brother just loudly laughed, pointed a cheesy finger at my face, and told Aunt Gertrude that I still sleep with a small, fluffy teddy bear. He completely wanted to make me look foolish in front of 50 people.
Honestly, Sam, hearing how your own brother actively tries to make you look exactly like a silly child in front of your entire family, I think that is a wonderfully painful, highly sibling-related vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Humiliate.
Yes, Humiliate. It is an excellent B1 verb that means to make someone feel completely ashamed, incredibly stupid, and totally embarrassed in front of a large group of people, like your big brother deciding to actively humiliate you at a nice family dinner by talking about your childhood laundry basket.
Listeners, you definitely need to practice this completely embarrassing, painful word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Stop talking about my teddy bear.
Humiliate.
Humiliate. Humiliate. He completely tried to humiliate me while I was eating my dinner, Lita. I honestly just wanted to crawl back inside a plastic basket and disappear forever. And that actually makes me very curious about our younger siblings listening right now.
Oh, we absolutely need to hear their childhood trauma. Listeners, we have our third and final very embarrassing family question for you right now. Whenever you have a massive holiday gathering, what is the absolute worst, most annoying childhood story that your parents or older siblings always tell everyone just to completely humiliate you? Is it the time you painted the family dog green? Or maybe when you cried over a broken toy at the supermarket?
Tell us your absolute worst childhood stories in the comments down below. I desperately need to know I am not the only adult who gets treated like a tiny, confused baby. So, Lita, do you want to know exactly what I loudly said to my brother to defend my adult honor?
I desperately need to know, Sam. Please do not tell me you threw a hot piece of cheese pizza directly at your older brother's laughing face.
I absolutely wanted to, Lita, but I tried to be a highly mature, serious adult. I stood up very straight, I pointed my finger directly at him, and I loudly shouted, "I am a senior financial corporate analyst." But right in the middle of the heavy sentence, my professional adult voice completely cracked. It sounded exactly like a tiny squeaky mouse.
Oh my goodness. A squeaky mouse voice in front of 50 people? Sam, that completely ruined your serious professional speech. What did you actually do next?
I completely panicked, Lita. I accidentally dropped my hot cheesy pizza directly onto Aunt Gertrude's expensive shoes. She started screaming, so I crossed my arms very angrily and I walked away to sit in the dark corner of the living room completely by myself. I refused to speak to any human being for an entire hour.
Honestly, Sam, hearing how you crossed your angry arms and sat quietly in the corner, exactly like a 5-year-old baby, I think that is a wonderfully silly, highly emotional vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Tantrum.
Yes, tantrum. It is an excellent B1 noun that describes a sudden, wild explosion of angry, frustrated feelings, usually when a young child doesn't get exactly what they want, like a grown man throwing a massive adult tantrum at a family dinner and sitting in the corner because his voice cracked.
Listeners, you definitely need to practice this completely emotional crying word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Stop crying in the corner.
Tantrum.
Tantrum. Tantrum. I officially threw a massive adult tantrum, Lita. I am completely accepting my terrible fate. I will always be the tiny, confused baby of the family.
You just have to accept the painful reality, Sam. But you know, throwing a crazy, angry tantrum is not just for emotional babies and tired adults, because there is a massive, invisible digital monster on the internet that throws a terrible tantrum if you don't feed it every single day.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, the hungry YouTube algorithm will completely hide our beautiful English podcast if you don't feed it right now.
Exactly. So please give the angry digital algorithm a nice warm slice of pizza, smash that subscribe button, leave a wonderful like, and feed the hungry robot so we can keep making these crazy videos for you.
Keep feeding the digital monster, guys. Don't let it throw a tantrum.
Your subscription is the perfect digital food, everyone. Thank you so much for completely surviving Aunt Gertrude and raw chicken with us today. Please never cook a frozen bird for your family guests, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone. Go eat some cheap pizza.